4, Morlette versus Ascension. Let's just get into it, man. I don't feel like telling large tales, you know, regaling these guys this time around. I just want to look at gameplay. I will say this: Ascension has their back against the wall. You know, in reality, metaphorically, yeah, no wins, no game wins. It's a doomed scenario. The only way that they can salvage it is by literally never losing. They have to not lose, basically. And well, let's just say going against Morlette, first time around, you know, and the whole not losing thing, not exactly the easiest thing in the world, all things considered. Starting off in WA Academy, Kalu, Tasha, Chinui, and FR Nito versus EXO, Cool Blue, Squiddy, and C Gamer. Chinui and EXO doing a little dance, but it's Tana versus Spinner. Charging slash does come through. Chinui will go down. Really good conversion by EXO to prevent Tasha from getting the assist. Squiddy actually will end up taking. Squiddy will not end up taking it up for Nito. FR Nito somehow will get away from that. Fragulette does come down. I believe Morlette does manage to secure this drone, but Ascension off to a really strong start right now. Tasha not able to get on the normal rotation that they usually used to. Really good Fragulette conversion, but Squiddy able to get the gum grenade off. Kalu, though, will secure the E-pawn as Fernita will just be able to walk away, and this lead from... Chinui is getting potent poison, but this lead from Ascension is growing smaller. Tasha is the main playmaker, main point generator for this team. You know, C Gamer trying to match that with Drill, not quite going to do anything. The horse does come through. Tasha will find one, but as I was saying, C Gamer going to try to match Tasha's production with Drill. I think overall, Bird Drill is the better weapon for something like that. Cool Blue will get taken out by the disco from FR Nito. And combo from Kalu. FR Nito will actually take out Squiddy as well. The horse will come out from... I believe that was Kalu. Doesn't quite find anything. FR Nito will steal the outer drone. And just like that, the lead that Ascension had, all gone. C Gamer will actually live the bumpy accelerator from Kalu, but will not live that attack. Punish Blade comes out for Squiddy, looking for FR Nito. Dodges the laser. Squiddy doing the dance. Kalu will get taken out by C Gamer off the quick respawn. Squiddy still looking. Something. Anything. Anyone. No one. We'll find the drone though, so at least get something out of the Punishing Blade. Potent Poison gets popped by EXO. We'll take out Tasha, I believe. But they're losing momentum, and once again, no way to bail them out of this game, right? No piercing makes it available as Squiddy does get E-pawned. Tough situation. As now this lead up to 6K. EXO will go down. Kalu with the 1v2. As great! Oh my god! Wow! Get shotgun. as Kalu will get double blind with the shotgun. The horse comes through. We'll take out both Squiddy and Cool Blue. You know. I think it's a little bit of Kalu diff happening right now. I'm not gonna lie. 8,167. If there's any reason as to why Ascension's early game lead disappeared, it's because Kalu decided to go crazy. Does get one shot by Cool Blue though, so the menace is down for the time being. EXO though will get taken out in a 2v1 contesting. Morlette in their own best, definitely ill-advised, but now, you know, Morlette showing them exactly how does that. Oh, huh? He was like a magician. Doesn't matter though. Squiddy wins the parry. Will get the gun grenade off the parry win, but they lose the drone in the process, which is the way more important thing. All things considered, Econ Master at 8, not quite going to do much. Last second rally trying to come out from Ascension. 5,000 points down still. Maybe there's a chance, but Morlette gonna close this game out with style. Another really big performance coming out from Kalu. What else do we expect? Definitely a much better WNA Academy from Ascension compared to the last time they played. Last time these two teams played on WNA Academy, Tasha dropped the best single game performance of the season, 14,408 points, 14 drones, 8 E-pawns, and Kalu as well had like 10,000 on some ridiculous ratio. It was insane. So this showing definitely better from Ascension, but I mean Kalu still unstoppable for the time being. Hey man, for those of you still you know, look, I'm just saying, okay, there's a 90% chance that the pain ends on February 2nd. Okay, don't go insane yet. This is the last week of ENL before the balance patch. So things might change drastically, or they might not change at all. We'll see. It's been a while since we got such a massive meta change. Well, see, I'm not gonna. We'll see. I can't even say that it's a massive meta change, right? Because I mean, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what the balance patch is gonna be, you know. But if it's as big as I'm hoping, and like just for reference, my biggest wishes on the balance patch are nerfing motor, bumpy accelerator. Bumpy accelerator just needs a general nerf. Cooldown needs a longer cooldown. It needs to lose the gum damage immunity. And I think once it has a longer cooldown and it loses the gum damage immunity, I think it's a lot more manageable. Additionally, reducing the wide attack damage as well, and hitbox. I think those are like the three things that touch motor in a way that doesn't absolutely send it into the ground. I know some people want that, but I personally don't. But it's a really easy way to touch the weapon without actually like making it, you know, unplayably bad. Oh, also shotgun. Shotgun they need to move the sweet spot closer. They need to move the sweet spot closer, reduce the gum damage it deals at range, and increase the cooldown. And I think motor is not. It would be in a much better state. Also, I want to see some Buster Hammer and Sound Hammer buffs as well from this patch, to kind of handle the aggressive, you know, meta right now. But that's about it. I really think that everything else is in a balanced spot. It just doesn't seem that way because motor is as strong as it is. And I'm really scared that they're going to nerf motor and buff a bunch of other things that don't need to be buffed. It's going to be a little bit ridiculous. Cool Blue gets caught out early. Tasha and Shinui will take them down, but I mean, Ascension will walk away with the drone. And they're actually not. They didn't even get this drone down here. I thought Seagamer and Exo would rotate down early, but they don't, which is really... Oh my goodness. Tasha with the snipe from downtown. We'll pick up the E-pawn on Exo. They sent 3 over to this side. And Cool Blue got tagged. So, you know, I assume that Ascension would go to the lower drone because, you know, that's a lost cause at that point. And they even got the drone too, so it was just weird to me that they weren't there. Either way though, Squiddy gets caught by Tasha. Exo though, there for the interrupt, actually hits Chinui as well, but Chinui able to get one normal attack off to get Exo away. Squiddy will get taken up with a normal attack. Potent Poison does come down, but I mean, Potent Poison on this map is really, really bad, all things considered. If you're not getting, I mean, Potent Poison just in general on this map, and on most maps, right? If you're not getting a setup, it's completely useless. Tasha will get the horse, and let me tell you, I know this from experience, okay? Playing Paper Fan against a Tornado, 2 horses, and a Disco is, you might as well not have a ninjutsu. That's all I'm going to say. Anytime you try to use it, it's going to get a horse, it's going to get tornadoed, and you're going to get no value out of it whatsoever. Only way it would actually be useful is if you could get a break read or a heavy bind, but Paper Fan doesn't have those capabilities to get heavy binds other than a weapon break, which makes it really, really bad. Squiddy gets GBI'd. F-Nito whips the first conversion, but manages to pick up the second. Parting with Semi doesn't quite find anything from Squiddy. Exo now coming back over, but I mean, at the end of the day, Tasha Looking for the chase. Laser comes out from EXO. Just looking for the drone. Here and there gets interrupted, but say goodbye. You just got spinner comboed. In the meantime, punishing blade away from available squiddy. And you know, even while I'm saying this, you know, being all you know, serious and everything about, you know, oh my, oh, Gamer, what's up, Clue? How you doing today? Break attack read. Effort needs to get obliterated as well. C-Gamers should be looking for good Epon by EXO. Potent poison unnecessary due to how low HP they were, but still looks cool nonetheless. But where's, yeah, here we go. C-Gamer's been looking for this angle. I think he should have shot right there after he got that kill on if he got the Epon on Efranito, but it seems to be unnecessary. Double big drones now as this game rocks even. But yeah, I was gonna say before C-Gamer got the break attack, for how, you know, bad this game looked, you know, they're doing really well right now. Ascension doing really well right now, keeping this game close. Remember, they have Piercing Mixer and the opponent doesn't. All they have to do is keep this game within range, and as long as they get a good Piercing Mixer off, this is a win, right? We're gonna see another one here. C-Gamer gonna wait. Decides to hold on to it. I'm assuming his team told him that the other drone wasn't up, and they just want to scrap this one out. EXO does pop. Oh, that's really unlucky. EXO pops potent poison, but the drone actually gets knocked away and loses. Poison loses a ton of value. C-Gamer will get Epon by the disco from Shinui. We should be seeing a quick respawn here. No quick respawn? Alright, C-Gamer's gotta run. C-Gamer's gotta run. Just fires them! My man says, nah, I just need anything, something that I can get. Piercing Mixer comes down. It does find a big drone, which is exactly what you're looking for in this kind of situation. You have to survive the Epon Master coming out from Tasha, Squiddy, farming the top drones of the map. We'll pick up Drone Master. And it seems to be enough. Ascension. You know, something about, you know, I got a message. From Ascension's coach, you know, out of the blue. He said, you know, what notable boxing glove players are there? And I was like, why would he be asking me that question? The only reason is if, you know, he's trying to help his team out. You know, he's trying to, you know, do a little guidance, a little coaching, and going on. And the work that Ascension's been putting in, hey, pays off. It's on. Picked up by Ascension as it should be. Ascension winning their first game of the season, and they got fight in them. Have to keep it up though. Not once is not good enough. We'll see if we can do it again. 1-1 right now as we head to Sphinx Valley, or not Sphinx Valley, Shinobi City, where in my opinion I think Ascension is favored. Kind of. I say kind of in the sense that their regular weapon picks do pretty decent on this map, and of course, La Morlette, when they go to Ascension, right, you don't have to deal with Bird Drill from Tosh, you have to deal with Caliber, which is, I mean, it's much easier to handle coming off from Tasha, all things considered, right? You have a Caliber of your own, right, on the team as well, so. But additionally, Ascension's weapon composition is just kind of, I don't want to say it's better, but it does work well with this map in particular. I mean, buff Kirby on the Cerberus, you know, the circles of death, as I like. Well, the circles of life and death, I guess, is what I like to call them. Potent poison and full throttle field. Yes, caster, by the way. Cerberus, Popeye special, full throttle field. Both of those specials work really well on Shinobi City. One location fight around, huge AoE to force your opponent to play a certain way. Both those specials do get kind of, their effectiveness does get reduced, right? Horse plus, what's it called? Potent poison. You know, do get a little bit invalidated by the Ninjutsus right now that are present. Tornado, Rocket, Piercing Mixer. But Ascension, see if they can pull it off. C-Gamer, Master of Change, will find Kalu. Tasha, or Efranito ends up getting bound as well. Kalu will get Epon by C-Gamer, unable to bump the accelerator away. Super armor hit does come through. Efranito still on the trace. Froggy block does come through, but Ascension able to pick up this drone in particular, and a dominant start coming out from Ascension. Cool Blue will dash out of the parry. Or sorry, Cool Blue will dash out of the parry from Kalu. A Gamer ends up getting bound, I believe, by the gum grenade from Tasha. Gamer will get taken out 100%. Still, a lot of fun stuff happening right now in the hot springs. This committal is super interesting, but essentially can afford it, right? Because they do have some semblance of a lead, right? That even if they miss one full drone rotation because of it, it's not going to be the end of the world. Tasha, really good gum grenade will help get the assist, helping Chinui out just a little bit. But a real big thing, right? Gamer, the thing about piercing moves on this map is that you're literally you're not touching this until like the game is over. You should not see a piercing mixer until end game here. Man, the shotguns are so good from Kalu. Horse is able to come out as well. Disco does also get popped by Farnito. Doesn't quite find too much value due to the horse from Kalu knocking everyone away. Cool Blue will pop the healing field. Gamer won't actually find the break attack on Kalu. As now Gamer now having to fight this 1v1 versus a no HP Kalu. The Froggy Block will end up securing it. Gamer probably breathing out a sigh of relief, saying, thankfully, I don't have to full commit to that. Has to run away. Double attack coming through, and just continued pressure on the other side of the map, being handled really well by Gamer. Squiddy though will get taken out by Kalu and Farnito combined. This bumpy accelerator coming out should be able to take this drone. Gamer trying to steal it away. Does get bound by the laser from Farnito. Able to turn things around, and the punishing blade from Squiddy will find Kalu. Farnito will get taken out as well. Squiddy with the final finding value with his punishing blade, and Kalu even on the quick respawn with the last swing of the punishing blade. Squiddy will end up taking them out. Exactly the swing that you're looking for, especially towards the later stages of the game. This is very much a secure deal. Gamer will pop piercing mixer number 1, as piercing mixer number 2 should come through. That should be the thing to seal out the game. Rocket available for Cool Blue, as Squiddy getting knocked around by the bumpy accelerator and the froggy block from Farnito and Kalu. Gamer will be able to get away. Kalu pressuring Squiddy. Squiddy though able to get out of that situation just fine. On the other side of the map, Rocket comes through from Cool Blue. It will manage to fully secure the drone. Chinui doing enough damage to it, as this this lead getting bigger and bigger for Ascension on this map. Cool Blue getting bound though by Chinui and Tasha. Epon will get picked up, but right now, I mean, this is a pretty unlosable game state for Ascension. 4,000 points up though, right? A comeback still ready and available, but with proper ninjutsu usage, you should be able to seal it out. Cool Blue does get the bind on Tasha. Tasha gonna get taken out by Cool Blue. Chinui will trade right back. Laser does whiff as a reactive potent poison coming up from EXO. Not gonna find much value. 25 seconds left. Horse used by Kalu. Gamer really dropped really low. Punishing blade available for Squiddy. Gamer actually doesn't have a second piercing mixer. A little bit might end up being slightly problematic. Tasha getting pressured by EXO. Does win the parry. Second parry does come through. Tasha will win this one as well. Third parry does come through from EXO. EXO chooses to dash out. Should see an overpowering wave here, as EXO will be able to get out of the situation. 6 Epons though are picked up by Chinui, but at the end of the day, I believe double Drone Master is going to be the thing that's going to lock this one away. Yep, counteracting the Epon Master entirely, as Ascension will pick up map win number 2 in game number 3 versus Ascension. I said unlosable game state. It was almost losable. I think if Gamer had I thought Gamer had farmed up another piercing mixer by then. He was what, maybe 30, he was like what, 30 seconds off. He's like 20-30 seconds off from the next piercing mixer. If that was able to be farmed up fast enough by almost any purposes, I think that game would have been even more unlosable than it was right now. But still, a win is a win is a win. As we move on to La Morlette's Magnum Opus. Kind of. Last time they played on this map, they had Red Soul instead of they had Red Soul instead of Farnito? No, they had Red Soul instead of Chinui, that's right. And they split it a little bit differently, all things considered. We'll see if they're gonna maintain the same splits as Tasha. Yeah, we'll go back to the bird drill on this one there. Exo, we'll switch to the scroll blade, and what I want to see from Exo in particular, I mean, piercing mixers last time they played on this map were not the greatest. Didn't find much value, all things considered. 6 drones on the map, and your piercing mixer only picks up 1 is not what you're looking for in any capacity. On a map like that, there's no excuse for your mixer to not find at least 2 drones. If anything, at least 1 drone in the set drone at the bare minimum. And yeah, I mean, as Ascension now know, set drone doesn't count as a drone, so hopefully things change. What I am not a fan of personally though is rocking the Cerberus. I don't think Cerberus is that good on this map. I mean, I don't think Cerberus is good in general. I think if you want to run Cerberus, you want to run another balloons weapon. Yeah, almost 100%. I played in some scrims, filled in some scrims, and what we ended up finding is that balloons combined with Soundhammer or combined with another set of balloons is absolutely ridiculous. Like, because the CC chain, you're essentially getting CC chained, right? You're getting CC chained and pressured from so far away, right? Balloons get fired from the bird drill, for example. They're gun boosting at you. You have to run, right? Because you're facing down a break attack, right? If you get echoing screamed as well, you're dealing with the same situation, except you don't have room to run because you're stunned up, or you don't have room to kind of get initiative to get away from the balloon. So now you're in a lose-lose situation where you're either going to get CC chained, or you're going to get your weapon broken, or you're going to get bound. So that's like the only reason why I'd see Cerberus being allowed to be used on this map, or being pretty decent on this map. Otherwise, no bueno. Kalu ends up getting bound by the Master of Change from C-Gamer. First person to use that tech, and let me tell you, he's been using it good. Squiddy gets counter parry with Efronito. Efronito does end up winning the parry, I believe. I was a winner or a dash out. I think something must have gotten interrupted. Either way, it's Cool Blue. Yeah, Cool Blue gets hit with exactly what I'm talking about, right? The balloons in the break attack. Cool Blue thought he was safe. Turns out he wasn't. Gumnet does come through, but no follow-up means that Exo will not get bound. Cool Blue able to get out of the situation as both members of Ascension are able to live, but the bind coming through on Exo by the balloons from Tasha. Able to pick up the E-Pawn as Tasha. But once again, the main contributor. C-Gamer ends up falling as well. 3 people on the side of Ascension actually end up going down, and Scooty goes down as well. Huge momentum boost right now. Going for Morlette. Yeah. Chinui leading the charge. Not doing anything too crazy, all things considered. Shotgun does come through, but the Master of Change will trade right back. Should be a 1-for-1 trade, but Exo popping the parry on Efronito allows both Kalu and Goody to get away, but Efronito does end up getting bound and taken out by C-Gamer. Normal attack comes through. Kalu confidently taking this 1v2. No Cerberus. Not too scary, but does end up getting bound. Kalu, though, able to jump out. C-Gamer will end up paying for their sins as the horse comes through. You're never safe versus Extreme Motor, let me tell you. Exo. Break attack does whiff. Efronito will assist in getting the bind parry picked up. Kalu, though, does not end up winning the parry. Second parry situation comes through. Good dash out coming up from Kalu. Nope, but being accelerated actually follow up. Pretty good discipline. Gets the drones instead. First piercing mixer comes out from from who? Oh, from Exo. Right. First piercing mixer comes out from Exo. Doesn't quite find what you're looking for. C-Gamer will get taken out. Tasha does end up getting taken out. Chinui, though, looking for Cool Blue. Laser doesn't exactly hit. Chinui thinking they hit the, not recognizing which target they got hit in time. Thought they hit Exo, instead got the hit on Cool Blue. Tornado does get popped. Cool Blue will get taken out. Exo kind of just hovering, trying to go for the steal. But Tasha and Chinui creating the donut wall. Charging stuff does come through. Chinui does get tagged, but the dash out of parry obviously didn't come out. Break attack comes out. Double break attack from Tasha. Follow up attack. Exo forced to back off. You're playing for the power of the set drone here. Exo and C-Gamer both have piercing mixers. If you can split on the same side of the map, able to just double piercing mixer this set drone and have like Cool Blue contested as well, things become so good. You can even set up this angle. Oh, this is really good. Squiddy gets the power of the set drone. Punishing Blade ready and available. I mean, this is a one-shot, one-kill Punishing Blade coming out. But this is really good too, right? Overpowering Wave getting a 1.5 damage boost is really effective, right, for taking drones. But Squiddy in a lot of trouble. Choose to take the parry instead of dashing out, but it's a doomed situation either way. Will successfully be able to get out of this situation, which is really good. They need Squiddy to have this set drone 100%. They need remember on their team to have the Scepter to be able to close this game out. C-Gamer now, the game is in their hands. Oh, the rocket. Oh, this is a really big rocket coming out from Buff Kirby, saving Squiddy and picking up 2 Epons as well. 19 seconds left. The horse from Tasha, though, will come through and find Squiddy. Tasha will pick up the power of the set drone, but this Piercing Mixer does end up picking the crush bonus on one drone. It doesn't end up picking another drone in the process of this game. Probably going to come down to Epon Master, which is really scary, all things considered, because Morlette can consistently get Epon Master, and look who it is. Shinui, at the top of the leaderboards, 10,000 points, 12 drones, 4 Epons. I mean, talk about talk about a close one. that right there. 1 Epon more from Squiddy, 1 Epon more from C-Gamer, I believe. Two members of Ascension having Epon Master, and it's actually FR Nito with 5 picking up Epon Master. It is really, really close from Ascension. Unable to pick up the bonuses to the endgame situation. Unable to pick up Epon Master at the endgame situation. FR Nito able to secure 5 Epons, I believe. Morlette, you know, it's a tough back-to-back 2 games, but I mean, Morlette, they're here to have fun. And when you're here to have fun, hey man, anything is possible. You know, it doesn't matter how bad the game gets. You're still gonna show up. You're still gonna play well, and they did just that. Able to recover after a 2-game slide, tying up this series 2-2. We're heading to our first. This is our first game 5 of the season. This is our first game 5 of the season, yeah. Man, I'm annoyed that this is our first game 5 of the season. I feel like there should have been more game 5s already. Ascension though, they've woken up from their 3-map slumber. They're now back to form for the most part, which bodes really, really well for them. They got a road to climb, though. But for every game they win, it becomes more and more feasible for them. It's super important. It's super important for them to win as many games as possible. That no matter what the end result of the series is, they need to win matches. So, heading to map 5 on Fort Riverdale. This is gonna be an interesting one. Because we're gonna see Tasha on the bird drill almost 100%, and it's gonna be a similar situation to. I mean, I don't know if Tasha knows the route. Funnily enough, you know, it was Morlette that kind of optimized the general drone farming route on this map in particular. Shinui being the main, I guess, creator of that route, getting adopted by a couple of teams in Korean Perfect in particular. But we'll see if Tasha wants to use that route, because if Tasha can use that route, get to these drones safely. They're against double piercing mixer, but it really shouldn't matter at the end of the day. Having Tasha on that safe route and just the offensive firepower coming up from Morlette, this should be like right now. Just looking at strictly compositions, if I didn't know who if I was looking at this screen and you take away the team names, right? I would say, okay, well, not anymore. Exa switching off the scroll blade, going Paper Fan. I don't like this at all. I don't like it. I don't like it. Right, okay, so the thing about piercing mixer, it's kind of a two-sided. Double piercing mixer is a bait, right? If you're using double piercing mixer, your expectation that you're winning games with good piercing mixers, right? But I mean, that's with that being your win condition, you have to get good piercing mixers off. Against a team like Morlette, it becomes very, very difficult to do so, especially when you have Kalu, Chinui, and FR Nito just chilling on your side of the map, going crazy. It makes things really, really tough. All things considered. But if you can get those piercing mixers off, you are so you have such an unbelievably secure end game that games will, like, as long as you keep the games close and you know you can get piercing mixers off, I mean, you will win. You will win, right? The likelihood of you winning goes up by, like, I don't know the odds exactly, but it goes up a lot. I can tell you that. But especially a single piercing mixer, definitely making yourself a lot less reliant and you're just trying to push the aggression. But I really don't think that Paper Fan is the proper play here. Squiddy ends up getting taken out early by FR Nito. Kalu in a lot of trouble as well. Will get taken out by FR Nito. 2 KOs back to back on Fort Riverdale. Not the start that you want to see. Still though, 2 drones to 1, which is just is a much more manageable situation. Kalu in a 3v1 right now, fighting Cool Blue, will be able to pick up the E-Pawn without anyone on Ascension being able to help. And I mean, C-Gamer getting bound, but getting body blocked as the horse does come through from Kalu. Rare miss, though, as it doesn't quite find anyone. As Judgment Gun picked up by C-Gamer, I believe. Tasha does end up getting bound and just will get smited from the heavens. C-Gamer saying, oh, I picked up an E-Pawn from that, guys. Really interesting voice columns probably coming out right now. Ascension definitely really pleased about that one. C-Gamer's Froggy Block saying, I'm sorry, we don't work around here. Will get damage on the drone, but won't end up moving the drone, which is, I think, the main thing. But I don't think it would have mattered, all things considered. FR needs to still have a Froggy Block of their own. Additionally, they had priority, and when you have priority as Froggy Block weapon on a drone, it makes things a lot more difficult. FR Nito will get the bind on C-Gamer. Caught a parry with Squiddy. FR Nito, though, you don't got super armor this time. C-Gamer will collect that E-Pawn. Piercing Mixer? Piercing Mixer number 1 available for C-Gamer. Personally, I would like to see them hold it. I don't want to see these until endgame. Right? You want to use one at first drone spawn, first big drone spawn, one on the other. Ooh, Froggy Block. Yo! C-Gamer wants to win. C-Gamer wants to win. C-Gamer wants to win. He's not messing around. This is ascended C-Gamer right now. The win is within their grasp. It all comes down to how they use these mixers, and if Ascension can relieve the offensive pressure that's coming up from Morlette. Squiddy. Oh, I don't. What did you even die to? Probably it has to be the horse coming up from Clue. That much burst damage so fast. Pretty decent HP as well, I thought. Either way, Piercing Mixer does come out, but not quite the angle. The trades, though, happening. I believe Cool Blue gonna end up taking out Kalu. Giant Killer's getting traded both ways. FR Nito now contesting, but Ascension will end up picking up the drone. No further follow-up. 4,000 point deficit right now on the side of Ascension. Definitely ready and available as Exa will pick up this drone in mid. C-Gamer getting pressured really heavily. Will end up getting taken out by, again, Kalu and FR Nito. Playing really, really well together. Tasha able to get out of dodge as Baiting Shark does end up getting thrown down on this drone, but guess who doesn't care about anything the opponent has to offer? The Baiting Shark, but Chinui does end up getting picked up by the Baiting Shark. As, please don't tell me that was a Piercing Mixer coming out of C-Gamer. C-Gamer now has the tall task of charging another one before this game ends. Even if now this is a bad situation, right? Because now that your opponent knows that you use Piercing Mixers, like if I'm in comms, they're like, okay, man, there's a very low chance that Ascension have another Piercing Mixer. So as long as we just keep cruising, and I mean, Kalu doing just that on the horse, they have this game essentially secure. There's no last-second, last-ditch comeback effort coming out. Tasha will get taken out, though. FR Nito gets swung on with the Punishing Blade. But with only a couple of seconds left, no huge, amassing points able to come out. Double E-Pawn Master on both sides, and E-Pawn Master going in the favor of Chinui. Another 10,000 point performance. I mean, what do you want me to say, man? It was close. Not close enough. Look, I mean, hey, man. I already said it. I already said it on weapon select. I already said it on weapon select, and I'm gonna harp on this a little bit. Because this is something that I think is really. I'm gonna harp on this. Okay, so you had just played. Okay, Ascension had just played as well. Before I go on that spiel, Morlette, they survive Ascension's 2-game win streak, able to bring it back, able to recover, able to pick up the Game 5 victory. Good work by Morlette. Unshakable mental, something. Good work. I'm not gonna say as expected, because Ascension definitely had the game within reach. The game 1, Game 3. Definitely within reach. Game 4, I mean, Morlette was already, they were all warmed up by that point. But, I mean, and that kind of segues into my next mark, right? You just played on Shinobi City where you were running, or not Shinobi City, Sphinx Valley, where you were just running double mixer, and you were able to actually get pretty decent value out of the mixers, all things considered, and you were able to handle the pressure really, really well. I mean, EXO had a really, was playing really well on the Scoreblade, all things considered. So for them to go to Riverdale, and I understand the weapon swap, right? Not wanting to rely on having to use piercing mixer to win the match, but I think against this team in particular, where that their aggression can be their downfall, right? That they are a very disciplined team when it comes to knowing when to focus the objective and when to focus on pressuring the opponent. But I do think there are multiple windows of opportunity where the game could have been a little bit different. And I think playing a weapon that essentially doesn't have a ninjutsu against this team in particular. I mean, you're against Double Horse Tornado. You can't go potent poison. Any home run, any potent poison user, poison user should know that if you're against horses, if you're against tornadoes, if you're against rockets, using potent poison using any potent poison weapon is heavily ill-advised, because in 90% of situations your ninjutsu isn't going to get any value, and that's basically what ended up happening on that map in particular, right? It's like, okay, would you rather have, I mean, it's great, right? You have laser, but laser's not going to be what wins you games. Ninjutsus are what win you games, and potent poison is not going to put your team in a better winning position compared to piercing mixer regardless, right? If you're getting, you can say that, okay, well, if I go piercing mixer, right, if I go Scrollblade, I'm not going to be able to get the piercing mixer off because they're pressuring me a lot. It's like, okay, yeah, but you're not going to get any value out of potent poison either. You have to recognize as well how well your ninjutsu fits with. You have to recognize how well your ninjutsu fits against the opposing team. Like I'm not picking Tenchi Muyo against weapons with range, right? When we were seeing trick ball spinner a lot on this on the same lineup, right? Or even right now, right, against Shinobi Splash. I'm never picking a weapon with Tenchi Muyo because I know 9 times out of 10 I'm going to be against a spinner and an Asakusa. I'm not going to be able to get Tenchi Muyos off ever, regardless, on either of them, right? And if I can only hit my Tenchi Muyo on 2 out of the 4 of them, why should I even bother using that ninjutsu? I might as well use Tornado to get me out of situations, or Rocket, so at least I have some way to affect the map and I have some range. It's the same deal here. I'm not using potent poison against 3 ninjutsus that can ignore it, that can just pass through it and take me out in the process without actually having to take any damage or sacrifice anything for it. Compared to Mixer, where even if I don't get to use it, the effect that I will get when I am able to use it will help contribute to my team's victory more than what potent poison would. I think having successfully gotten away with using double piercing mixer on Sphinx Valley, which I think is a much worse map for going that method, especially considering the aggression that normally comes out right from these teams, right? The 2-2 splits is really, really brutal to deal with sometimes. And the fact that Ascension were able to handle that, keep that game close, it makes me kind of disappointed that they didn't believe in it for this next game on Fort Riverdale. But just recognition, right? Recognition. This meta game is not one for potent poison. Scrollblade has no place. Scrollblade, and I mean Home Run Surfer never had a place to begin with, but Scrollblade and Home Run Surfer don't have places in this meta because they don't have ninjutsus. Bird Drill Extreme Motor every game, Spinner as well, not feasible. But without harping out of the way, still Ascension, they did what they needed to do this week, which is get wins and win games. It's just the fact that they were able to come here, take 2 wins against La Morlette. They didn't win the series, which I know they're not happy about. Okay, but for them to win games, it puts them in so much of a better spot than they would be if they had gotten 3-0'd here. This is super big for Ascension. I'm looking forward to their next matches, especially their match against Shoguns, because that one is going to be a really, really good one for both of those teams. So good work by Ascension, but even better work by La Morlette. They will take the victory. Up next, Imperium Perfect versus Shoguns. Maybe we'll get another Game 5 series. Who knows? DD Deadly back in the lineup for Shoguns. We'll get things going. Don't go anywhere. We will be back soon enough.